Hi everybody, this is Mr. Phillips. I'm going to be with you for the next 4 weeks this term for American Literature, AML 1000. I'm recording this today to introduce myself, to let you know who I am, get you to recognize who I am. We'll be together, like I say, for the next 4 weeks. I'm recording this video once, although I am teaching two different classes this term, two different American Literature classes. Now, by now, certainly you should know which one you're registered in. You're either in the day class or the night class. The day classes are always going to meet on Tuesday, Thursday at 1:30. The night class is always going to meet at 6:30. And like I say, you're in one or the other. You're not in both. So by now, like I say, you should know which class you're registered in, the day class, the afternoon class, or the night class. If you're not sure, then email me or call the campus, call your dean or your program director, whoever it is. But you definitely need to know which class you're in, so you know when to be showing up and when to be logging into Blackboard, etc. So like I say, rather than just record this exact same message twice, I'm just going to record the once and provide it to both classes. Just make sure you know which one you're in. Like I say, this is me. This is what you'll see when we get together. Obviously on campus, you'll see me some version of that with a mask. And actually, when we have our online meetings, you'll see me with the big giant headphones or whatever, but otherwise, this is me for whatever it's worth. But like I said, I just want to introduce myself and say hello, and also want to work our way through Blackboard a little bit to let this be kind of a day one introduction. I assume that most of you, maybe all of you, have been enrolled in Kaiser previously. Maybe for some of you, and I don't even know yet, I haven't checked, maybe for some of you this is your first term at Kaiser. That's not unusual. Sometimes I do have people, their first class at Kaiser, be one of my literature classes. So especially for you, if that's the case, then this video is especially for you if you're new. If you are returning and you've been at Kaiser for a while, even if it's only your second term, then you kind of know most of what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm just going to be kind of, wandering and clicking around Blackboard and showing different features of Blackboard and what we'll be using and where to find certain things. I think that's pretty much fairly similar from one class to the next. So if you have been at Kaiser previously, then like I said, you're probably going to know most of what I say. But if you're brand new to Kaiser and this is your first class, that's really why I'm making this video. It's mostly for y'all. So I'm actually going to minimize myself down into a little dude in the corner here and kind of show what we're looking at here. This is the home screen of our American Literature class. Now this, whether you're in my day class or the night class, it's going to look identical. It's the same basic layout. So this is the home page of Blackboard. And if you're brand new to Kaiser, you will be learning how to use Blackboard. You'll need to, because you should be using it every day. But certainly we'll click around and explore it here. But all of y'all, I need y'all to know that whenever I do talk about Blackboard and I refer to Blackboard, and I say click on such and such, or you'll find it in the left side menu or whatever, I am always talking about this version of Blackboard, the .com, the website browser version that you log into. There is the Blackboard app that you would use on a cell phone or other device, but I'm not talking about that. I very rarely use that app. I have it installed on my phone. I can, but I very rarely do. So frankly, I'm not quite sure how the app is laid out, what to click on to find certain things. That the layout is, I think, a little bit different. So whenever I do in my little videos or comments or conversations, whenever I talk about Blackboard, this is my frame of reference. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this, the website version that you would log into. So again, this is the home page, and in the main left side menu, and that's always what I call this, the menu on the left side menu, the main menu. That's this up and down here in this little gray panel. So in this main menu, we're actually on this home page link. So if I click on that, you see it basically just refreshes because we're already automatically on the home page. So looking at all these links here, we'll look at each one of them one by one. The instructor information has a little bit about me, so if you want to read about me, it has pictures and images of our two textbooks. I'll just wave around here also the physical textbooks. We're going to be using both volumes. It's a volume 1, volume 2, 2-volume set, and roughly of the 4 weeks, we'll be using basically each volume for about 2 weeks each. A little bit of an overlap, but that makes sense, about 2 weeks for each book. They're pretty large book, so if I just kind of show you how big the book is, how thick it is, we're not reading all of this. I want to let you feel a little bit better about that. I'm not going to ask you to read thousands of pages. There is a lot of reading, but you're not going to finish that book, not even close. So don't panic. My email address is here, and that's an important thing also. If you want to reach me, it's just my name and first initial, R. Phillips, at kaiseruniversity.edu. R. Phillips at Kaiser University. It's right there. It's not clickable, but I mean, you can copy paste it into your email if you need to. But it's just my name. There's no numbers. There's no dots. There's no, my, at my, or anything like that, the way some of your campus emails may be formatted. It's just my name, Kaiser University, edu. So there's that. And that's pretty much all there is in the instructor information link. The homepage, again, is exactly what it is. And for this homepage, I know a lot of people don't normally do it or just kind of blow past it, ignore it or whatever. But these little modules here are adjustable, movable. You can move them around and resequence them and, redesign this homepage if you want. It's a little bit customizable. You can maybe set yourself little alerts or alarms for certain things. I think some of them are already programmed in terms of due dates or whatever. But if you want to play around with that, you can. But that's the home page. The course syllabus and schedule link, I would definitely want you to look at this as soon as you can. So within this link are the two documents, and they are separate, and I call them documents. I have them uploaded as literal Word documents that you can print out, download, and I kind of recommend that you do that, especially, well, I was going to say especially the syllabus, the schedule maybe, but both of them. Maybe print them out, keep them in a notebook, bring them to campus with you when you come for our Tuesday classes. That way you can, jot stuff on it, or maybe treat it as a literal checklist of things you've read or assignments that you've completed or whatever. But so if you do want to, download them as documents, you can. You just click on it and it downloads. But they are on the screen also. So scrolling up and down, definitely read through. This is the syllabus, first of all, the document that spells out everything about the class, including all the due dates and the individual assignments. Now, obviously, each one of these assignments and everything we're going to be talking about in detail, pretty much every day of the course. So certainly I don't intend to be speaking about the specifics of assignments here in this video on day one. This is just to kind of show you where everything is. But like I say, all that information is here in the syllabus. And also some, policy information. Much of this is fairly similar to any other syllabus that you'll have on this campus. Like I say, we kind of use the template, and policies. A lot of these are Kaiser policies, not necessarily policies for this class or my class. These are, as much as anything, these are Kaiser policies, so they're going to be identical for the most part from one class to the next. But that is the course syllabus. And within this, the .com version, the browser version of Blackboard, that any of these little modules, I call them modules, they can be kind of open and closed, clicking on the little arrow there to open and close them to save screen space or whatever. The next document is the course schedule. Click to open that. And again, it's a document. You can download it, print it out, and I kind of recommend it. The schedule is laid out in basically one page for each week. So the 4 weeks is basically 4 pages. Of the document. So page 1 is week 1. All the 4 weekly pages here on the schedule are laid out the same. So just looking at the one here, you'll see that's everything I say is the same for each week. On the left side are the actual textbook readings in the textbooks, and we're starting in the green book, or the green cover, volume 1. That's what these page numbers are. So we'll talk about that. So each of these are things you need to be reading here in week 1, and then in week 2 you'll have, the week 2 readings. Notice that I don't have it divided up into days, as in Monday read this, Tuesday read that, Wednesday read such and such. This is all for week 1. You just know that all of this stuff you need to be reading as soon as possible in week 1. Because obviously your assignments in week 1 are going to be based on these readings, so you can't wait until the weekend to do all this reading. You got to start hopefully today. If you haven't already, please start reading this. You need to. So these are page numbers in the textbook for each of our writers that we're looking at in week 1. On the right side of all your weekly schedule pages are the actual specific assignments and due dates during this week. So divided up into, non-graded, especially here in week 1. There are a couple things I need to do that are not graded. And then your gradable assignments, kind of in a bullet point fashion. And again, so you can literally use this as a checklist if you want to check off each assignment as you do them, or highlight them, or scratch them out, whatever you might want to do. But each one of these little bullet point assignments we'll talk about throughout the whole week. But these are your week 1 assignments, telling you, what is due on what specific day of the week, and they're all divided up. Different due dates on throughout the whole week. Our weeks run Monday through Sunday. So today is day 1 of our week, Monday, and it runs through Sunday night. And then Monday next week we'll start week 2, etc. So you're going to have different due dates throughout the whole week. It's not just everything due by Sunday. So take a look at what's due and what sequence, what order, what you need to do first, that sort of thing, and you'll definitely get into the rhythm. You'll get into the routine. You'll know, by week 2 and week 3 what needs to be done first, and you individually you'll know your own personal schedule of when you're available, when you can sit down and do your textbook readings, when you can do certain assignments, etc. But these are your actual due dates. So that is the course schedule. And again, it's the same for week 2 readings, week 2 assignments, and you'll notice all the due dates change throughout the whole week 3, etc. So these two documents, the course schedule and the course syllabus, you will find in the course syllabus and schedule link here. They'll always be there. They're not going to expire or disappear or get deleted. So if you do print them out and you lose it or whatever, you can always come back here. You can always come back here and get them. I will tell you that you do need probably, like I say, I recommend that you do print them out. I don't plan to be distributing any paper syllabi or schedule in class tomorrow. That's why they're in Blackboard here. They're provided for you. You're kind of expected to have access to your syllabus and your schedule here in Blackboard. So I don't plan to have, printouts, staple printouts for each one of y'all. So make sure that you do get it. You know that they're here. You know what you need to be doing. I might do the printouts. So, I take that back. I say I don't plan to. I may do it just because I like you, just so I know that you do have it. So maybe I should take that back. The next two little units over here, the student resources and the program resources. I don't have much input into these two resources. I don't maintain the student resources. I don't create this material. These are created by Blackboard. I'm sorry, by Kaiser. So the Student Resource Center. This is not created or maintained by me. So that's obviously that's not me. But it is there for you. The program resources, kind of the same thing. I didn't create this whole, fancy looking thing here. So some of the information in there might actually be incorrect or dated or, obsolete or something. But, on a daily basis, I'm not really going to pay much attention to these. I'm not saying you don't need to or whatever, because you may have some information or these may have some information that you may find useful. But just so you know that in terms of daily basis in our class, I'm not really worried about these two, student resources and program resources. The discussion link is where you'll find your gradable discussion assignments. Well, it looks like someone has already gotten into the introduction where you can tell us a little bit about yourself. So looks like Miss Cassandra Zimi there has already told us a little bit about herself. So you can do that. You can post there. But otherwise, these are going to be your assignment discussions. Throughout the whole week, you'll have discussion assignments each week. But that's where they are. Kaiser Live is where you'll log in to, I'm sorry, I'm in the student version. Let me do the student view. The Kaiser Live is where you'll log in to our live classes. So as it loads up here, there we go. You'll notice I've created rooms for each of our Thursday class meetings. Day 2, day 4, obviously week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, but these are, the actual day meetings. It's our second day meeting, Thursday this week. I've created one for Tuesday also, tomorrow, day 1, because day 1 is so important as we talk about assignments and, get used to what we're talking about and, present everything kind of for the first time, even beyond this recording here. It's important that I have, day 1 up there for y'all to log into because it'll be recorded also. So that's the Kaiser Live. This email link does not function. Don't worry about it. It doesn't work. The Start Here function. A couple things I need you to do here. Read all these little modules inside, obviously, but 3 things I need you to do. The syllabus acknowledgement is going to look like a one question quiz. You're just acknowledging that you have received the syllabus, so click yes. The other one, I'm realizing I'm already over 14 minutes. This recording is almost over. In the Start Here, I need you to do the certification. It's your plagiarism policy. Same thing, review the materials, click yes, you understand what the policies are. And then finally, the pre-test. It's a 20-question quiz about American literature. It does not count to your class grade. Do your best on it. We want it to be a real score, but it does not count to your class grade. In the weekly modules here, week 1, week 2, they're all going to be the same. You'll see weekly units. It's called a unit, but you'll see all these little modules here, and we'll introduce these one by one in class tomorrow. But start reading through this. I need to end this recording. My time is up here. Want to hit about 15 minutes, so look for more materials from me maybe today. Otherwise, I'll see you on campus tomorrow, either 1:30 or 6:30. Take care. Talk to you then. Bye.